passion, like what led you to taking this position, and what God's done in your life?
Good morning, everyone. Well, my passion is children. I didn't know that growing up, but I quickly realized that when I had children of my own and they would all want to flock to my house. So in 2014, my husband and I decided to take on the mission and join and become foster parents. But we already had 4 boys, right? And so I was like, well, we wanted another child. It was really selfish. I wanted a little girl, right? Because we had 4 boys, right? So I needed a mini-me. I needed a little girl to be just like me, right? So we decided to become foster parents after friends of ours at church were having issues with having babies, and they introduced us to the call. Well, as soon as they began to go through their process and they got their foster baby, and they eventually adopted, well, she got pregnant, right? And so that's how it works. Those of you who have accepted the call and have joined us, you know that's how it works. So anyway, we decided that we would go ahead and continue and foster. So we got the little girl, right? The first little girl, and she was beautiful, yes, just like her mom. But then there were others. We didn't know the calls would keep coming. So we didn't know that there were going to be boys, there were going to be girls, there were going to be little girls, big girls, you know, all of the sizes, all of the things. But we decided that after much prayer, that God was apparently calling us to this ministry. And it wasn't easy because, you know, thinking, how am I going to feed all of these children? Where are we going to live? Where are they going to sleep? You know, and clothing all of these children. How is that going to happen? But just like the praise and worship songs that you guys have listened to this morning, God makes a way. He's already done it. He's already taken care of us. He's been taking care of us. So he will not stop as long as we take care of him. And so my husband and I, who's here with me today, my husband is here. I always have to say that because he's not always there, and God blessed me with a great husband. So ladies, you need to say that out loud. But anyway, I'm grateful that he's here with me. And we pray constantly that God will continue to use us, use our story of how we can bless children. There have been many times when we've had to wake up in the night because of a crying baby. They miss their moms, you know. They miss their families. And so wouldn't it be a sad situation to not be able to serve and help children go through those rough patches in life until their family is restored? And so God gave us that mission, and we decided to join it with the call. There were other agencies, there were other people out there doing the same thing, but what I love about the call is the Christianity of it, the Christian component, right? Because I just feel like when God directs you to a purpose, he guides you and he takes you completely through that process. And that's what he's done for us. And I know that all of us aren't always called to open our homes for children, but it's remarkable how we've served the community with providing diapers and clothing and food and water. The same thing applies when we're helping foster children. Children need support all the way around. If you can't have a home open for children, there's something you can do. And that's what we're about at the call. There's an opportunity that exists for all of us to do something for God's kingdom. And so for our family, it hasn't stopped because we fostered. We also ended up adopting 4 children. So like I said, we have birthed 4 children. Then we adopted 4 more. So yeah, we have 8 children, right? So I know y'all are like, what? Yeah, we have 8 children. We have a couple of children that we didn't adopt, but because we fostered and they've aged out of the system, they're considered our children. And that's not in the 8 number, okay? So that's even more. But God is good, y'all, and I'm telling you, when you decide to join the call, he won't stop. He won't stop blessing you. He won't stop helping you and giving you everything that you need and everything that you will, the children need and desire. He won't stop. He's a God that continues. And I tell my kids at church, because I'm a team leader, I tell them, he's a stalker. He'll stalk you, you know, and he won't go away. It's like the good kind of stalking, right? And so he'll keep staying in your life as long as you remember the purpose for which you decided to join his kingdom and join his ministry. So that's part of my
I
story.
think you just covered it all. That's amazing. I think we'd, be remiss if we didn't at least talk about kind of the current state of what's going on in our county, and some of the current challenges that not just the call, but the entire foster system is facing. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
I can. DCFS right now has over 200 positions to fill. They are in a huge shortage, and they're having a very difficult time finding foster homes. Families that will join the mission to accept children into their homes. So we have over 4,000. Right now the number is 4,176 children in Arkansas who are without a home, who are in foster care. Some of those children are in group homes, they're in detention facilities, and some are living on the street. And what we're trying to do as a collective body is find more homes. That's the greatest need. The call of Pulaski County, we have under 100 families now, because as we know, when our families grow, we tend to say, well, we're going to close our home, right? So when we close our homes, no one else has picked up the ball, right? So since we have under 100 homes with the call, there are a lot of children that are missing that Christian component that God is needing to put into their lives. Now, I know God's going to take care of his. He is, but he does that through us, right? And so the need right now is for more foster families to join the mission or come back and say, okay, the children that we did adopt or that have come to our home, they're gone now. They've graduated, they've started their own families, and we are still here living and breathing, so God has more for us to do. And come on back to the call, or find others, young couples, single ladies. One of my sisters is a single parent, and she's a foster parent. And she has fostered children, and she has a wonderful little boy that she's fostering now. So the need is there, the help is there. And so for now, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for foster families that will join the mission and to help. In Pulaski County, we have 578 children in care, in foster care. And like I said, we have under 200 families, under 100 families to care for these babies. So that's our present need. DCFS is trying as best they can to have foster families and to equip them and train them and all of that. But it's hard being understaffed as they are. And so we're trying our best to partner with them so that we can get more Christian homes to join the mission.
Mm-hmm. And I know for folks sitting in our congregation or congregations like ours throughout the city, that is, you hear that need, and it's a little bit overwhelming,
yes,
right? Like I might see your table out there and I might head in the other direction, or else kids might show up at my doorstep the next day, right? It's intimidating, mm-hmm, right, for many of us. But what I've loved getting to know you and getting to know the call is that there's so many ways to get involved.
Absolutely.
Right? To start serving, to start being exposed to just what God is doing, absolutely, through the call and within the foster care system. Mm-hmm. So could you talk to us, I know you have an event coming up, yes, tell us a little bit about that, okay, and then also some other ways that folks have gotten involved in the call and kind of started walking that path, seeing where the Lord would lead them from there.
Absolutely. So our call is located at 4020 Woodland Heights, over here in West Little Rock. We have a support center there. At the support center, people are able to come in and help us with our clothes closet. So you can donate clothes. We have a clothes closet, diapers, bottles, infant formula, everything that a woman would need if they got a call at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, I have a baby I need to bring to you in the morning, right? And so none of us just have formula sitting in the closet, right? No, but the call has that. And we have different things that we have in our offices that will allow the parents to be fully equipped to service children when they come into their homes. So we need people to help man those particular items and make sure our closets stay current. It's springtime, so we don't need coats in there, right? So there are people that come in and volunteer in that area. We have DCFS workers that have visits in our offices. So there are parents who are going through the reunification process. So they're learning how to do it right, how to do it better. So they have meetings in our support center. So sometimes we need someone to just greet them and say, welcome to the call. Here is your meeting room area and time. If you need anything, let us know. That kind of thing. See, that's real. That's not intimidating. That's just a smile, right? And so we need volunteers for things like that. And then for the call, on May the 21st, for those of you who don't know, May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. And so on May the 21st, we have decided that we're going to do what we call the Call Encounter. And the Call Encounter is just a big worship service, much like we're having today. But the aim is to draw others to the more need of the call, like becoming foster parents or volunteering or mentoring, whatever your God is leading you to do. That's going to be held May 21st at New Life Church over in Maumelle, 8000 Crystal Hill Road at 6 o'clock. And if you're thinking about it, if you're unsure but you would like to know what's going to happen and you know, the things like that, we'll have tables set up. There is a family there that will speak about what it took for them. There are foster children who are now adopted that's going to have a panel, and they're going to talk about their experiences. And then there are biological children who have invited other children into their home to talk to you about what it was like when my big sister came to live with us, or when my little sister came to live with us, that type of thing. So I would ask that you all sign up. We have sign up QR code in the back for you all to sign up through Eventbrite for this particular worship encounter.
Yeah, I would just encourage all of you, even if this is something that is way off of your radar right now. Why not go? Why not go and hear what God's doing within our community and how he's making his name known through the foster care system and through his church? So, LaFrancis, I'm excited for this event. I know that our church will be too. I'm so thankful to have you here today. We're going to pray for the call and for their ministry here. But before we do that, I'm just always impacted by how our church has already been in motion in this area. Maybe not through the call, but through adoption, through foster care. So this can be a little bit intimidating, but I'm going to ask if you and your family have been involved in foster care or adoption in the past where you currently are, whether that was with the call or some other agency, domestic or international, if you would stand right now. Amen.
Beautiful.
I'm thankful for what God's done. I'm going to ask the rest of us to stand as we pray. Sorry to psych you out there, Mike. But church, let's continue to pray in this coming week for what God's going to do in our city and our county through the call and through others that are ministering here.